Nathan Judo, I'm here with Wolves reporter Tim Spiers. Tim, Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 2, and that wasn't particularly good to watch, was it?
No, and also not particularly unpredictable either, to be honest. A lot of people called it, that it would be a poor performance tonight and a poor result. And that's how it's proved, and it continues this recurring theme, really. You look at the last 3 games, you'd expect them to beat Fulham and Palace and lose to Spurs, and it's the other way around. Well, albeit with a draw in that, but they could easily have lost at Fulham. So, yeah, problems to be addressed, issues to be resolved, and it threatens to kind of ruin their season a little bit if they don't sort this out in the second half of the campaign, because there's a lot of teams in the bottom 7 or 8 that will be scrapping, and we know that teams in that part of the table tend to improve with results as the season goes on, as May approaches. So anyway, my point is a lot of teams will be scrapping and fighting and sitting deep against them this season. It wasn't so much the case tonight, because Palace came with a game plan and a good team, very good team, should be higher on the table, but it's a recurring theme that's got to be resolved.
So frustrating though when they've gone to Spurs and Wembley and won, and all that good work's been undone.
It has. Well, it has. That was an unforgettable day, and probably the highlight of the season so far. So you wouldn't swap it for a 1-0 home win over Palace, would you? But it's just
capitalised on really going for even a draw tonight. It wasn't a good game, but they've got to try and get something out of those games that aren't not having the run of it.
Yeah, this is it. This is the recurring thing. It's been going on for a while. They just lacked creativity, certainly energy, certainly urgency. I think few of the players probably thought that they would win, and when you get that mentality in your head, it's difficult to shake off. The crowd was quiet, which didn't help, and you can see the result coming a mile off really after an hour. You wouldn't exactly say it was on a knife edge, because there was no tension or drama in this game at all really. It was just very flat, and Wolves didn't take it to Palace as much as they needed to.
I mean, don't think there was a shot on target for Wolves in the whole 90 minutes, so I'm not going to shot. Willie Bolly obviously probably having the best chance of the evening. Yeah,
corner, first half. Bolly's head resembles a 50p coin because it just completely goes in the wrong direction. He's evaded his marker brilliantly, and he's all alone 6 yards out and puts it's headed miles wide, and then Doherty can't divert it in either. So yeah, otherwise, real lack of creativity. The wingers, or the forwards, as I should call them, couldn't isolate their fullbacks at all. Barely saw anyone get to the byline. We saw Nuno change it up and put 3 in midfield to counter what Palace were doing to them. Gibbs White couldn't improve them either. So they were trying to get goals from unconventional areas, really, from corners, scrappy stuff in the box. Someone's had a good.
Someone's having a fantastic time.
Must be the Palace lot, I think.
Jesus.
Who's it?
Oh, you don't want to know.
Okay.
Lost 5 and 7 at home.
Yep.
What's is it something to do with Molineux?
No.
Was it too quiet today? When it's so quiet, Molineux, is that the players have got to get the fans up, or is the fans have got to get the players up? It was just you could It was always too quiet for me.
It was always going to be a flat atmosphere. Some people are still hungover from New Year's Eve. Naming no names.
Wow. Pizza at home, man.
And Palace at home, not the most attractive of fixtures. Cold night at Molineux. Yes, the fans have got over responsibility to try and generate an atmosphere, but it's the players who've got to lead it, and they just didn't do that in the first half. They were flat from the off. I thought Palace looked the better team in terms of organisation, in terms of control, in terms of possession. I mean, Wolves just kept giving it away. Sace kept giving it away. Matinho, they had a chance to go 3-2, 3-on-2 in the first half from a Palace corner, I think it was. Great opportunity to fly forward on the counter, and Matinho plays a terrible pass to Cavallero, and it's all over, which epitomised his night. Nobody really played well. I thought Bennett controlled Zaha well, a couple of really nice challenges on him and covered him well. And then, and by the way, he's had a fantastic season, Bennett, but how he hasn't got sent off.
Yeah.
Because he's on a booking, and he slides in with no intention of really winning the ball, takes Zaha out for a penalty, somehow avoids a second booking, which is lucky for him. But yeah, nobody really covered themselves in glory, except for Patricio, who could do nothing with his goal, although he had a couple of dodgy kicks again as usual. Oh, what a rubbish
Don't
night.
people complain, you've got an agenda.
Terrible night, very few positives, can't think of any. Traore must have still been feeling the effects of Saturday, because he only got 6 minutes at the end. He had a tight hamstring at Spurs, and that's He got sent on too late, so he couldn't influence the game. So it's probably a good thing now to have a little bit of a break from the league. It'll change the team up massively.
I was going to say, some of these players are going to get a rest, aren't they? Because they're not playing.
And then they'll be back at it massively for Man City away a week on Monday or Sunday. Whenever that game is, Sky Sports haven't decided to let us know yet when it's going to be, but it'll be either Monday night or the day before. Just ludicrous, by the way, absolutely ludicrous situation.
Off camera, you're buzzing. You booked 2 nights in Manchester now to the one. It's unbelievable. You've got proper Oasis code going on as well.
Oasis, surprised you've even heard of them.
Yeah. Back in the day, I was trying to impress a bird.
Right.
Bought a song. Didn't mind it so.
Digressing here.
So Wolves probably need a bit of firepower, and any strikers available?
They do, but they didn't create any chances tonight, so I don't think Tammy Abraham would have done much good to us with this particular evening. So yeah, early moves, big moves in the transfer market. Personally, I wasn't expecting this kind of move, certainly early on, certainly the amount of money that's been talked about here. But Tammy Abraham, 16 and 20 for Villa this season, about 20 and 40 for Bristol City a couple of seasons ago. But in between came not a great season in the Premier League with Swansea, albeit a terrible Swansea team.
Yeah,
but anyway,
they were dreadful.
He is the man that Wolves have decided that they would like to buy. We knew that they'd be after a striker because they've only really got one at the moment. Bonatini hasn't played for 2 months now. Wow. Spurs at home in early November was his last appearance. Nuno has lost faith in the guy, so they need another striker. They need to help Jimenez out. And Abraham's the man. And yeah, fantastic goal record. They did this last January. They brought in a prolific striker who was slightly different to what they've got in terms of Benikophobia it was at the time, and he had a good impact the second half season and helped them get over the line in terms of promotion. The hope is that Abraham will help them this season, but really in terms of long term, because he's 21, he's English, he's got all the attributes pretty much that you want. It's a signing, yes, for now, but really for the future, which is what they do with a lot of their signings.
And he hasn't gone off in the Premier League. He hasn't scored 20, 30 goals, and you're going to have to pay 20 or 30 million pounds more than you would. This is the time to strike, really, albeit still going to be a prolific fee, very, very big fee, but something that is manageable.
Yeah, it seems like Chelsea are keen to sell, and I think Wolves are confident of landing him, and I think it'll be structured in a way that is geared towards the future. I'd be very surprised if it's 20 odd million flat fee. It'll be geared towards the long term because that's what this signing will be. And we've seen that a lot. Yes, Dendonka's only made one start in the league, but we're told and we hear he's one for the long term. He's 23, he'll be given time to adapt, and he'll be some player once he's got a few games under his belt. Traore, hopefully the same. They're stockpiling an expensive subs bench.
I was going to say it's going to be like 50 million quid worth of subs here.
Ruben Neves on the bench as well at the moment. So yeah, but very much I think it'd be a very astute signing.
But is Abraham going to be brought in as a backup to Raul?
That's what I mean. So I think he'll come in and contribute this season in terms of, again, as Afobe did last season, from the bench, an alternative option, someone who can. And there was one opportunity tonight that they did create, and there was just nobody there. Johnny puts the ball in the 6-yard box. There's nobody there. There are 4 players in the box, I think, but around the 6-yard box. And Sacco, the Palace centre-half, has all the time in the world to chest it down and play it back to his keeper. There's no pressure on him. Perfect cross, and he's there 6 yards out. So that's the kind of situation where someone like Tammy Abraham, because it was Jimenez who put in the initial cross in the build-up to that chance, because that's what he does. So you need someone else to come on, perhaps when you're chasing the game, and to be prolific, Fox in that box. Although he offers a lot more than that as well. But yeah, I think that'll be his role primarily this season, if they get him in. And then next season, he's very much one for the future. Got a big future ahead of him.
And just a quick word, Courtney Hawes looks like he's on the way to Villa as well.
Yeah, so to say sorry to Villa for stealing their best player, which many Wolves fans are enjoying if it does go ahead, Wolves are going to apologise and offer a conciliatory present in the form of an excellent centre-half called Courtney Hawes, who has just been a victim of circumstance of Wolves' success, really, because Wolves are going places, and it's more of a reflection of where Wolves are going than what a very good centre-half Courtney Hawes is, and it's a shame for him, but Willy Bolly has scuppered his prospects of getting any regular first-team football here. He was unlucky, he was injured when Nuno came in, start of last season. Bolly was injured early in the campaign, and that was really when Courtney Hawes could have come in and showed what he could do. Unfortunately, it never happened. So he's got to play, he's got to move on, and looks like that one's going to go through as well.
Wouldn't be surprised, it might be crazy, that Leo Bonatini might be going to Villa Park as well, potentially looking for a striker. Bonatini obviously, is going to not be anywhere near the squad you thought if Abraham comes.
Well, they had a look at him last season under Steve Bruce, but Yeah, you never know. That's one for the Villa video.
One for the Villa video, yes, absolutely. Right, so they go to they're home against Liverpool Monday night. Do you play a full strength side? Do you try and make a cup run, or do you just chop and change?
Is the
league the most important thing? About the cup?
The romantic in me, and I'm a romantic man, as you know.
God, do I know?
Would love Nuno to play a full strength team and go balls, get his balls out in the cup. Talking of romance, no romance with it. Sorry,
I can't believe you've done that. I love it, but it's great. But no.
So I'd love that. I'd love him to give it a go in the cup.
Oh, the cup, right.
So steady on. I really would. I would absolutely love that. There's an opportunity there. They're what? Calm down. They're the 9th best team in the country according to the league table, and they're pretty good at beating the teams above them as well, as we know. So I'd love them to go for it in the cup. Will he do it? I'd be amazed if he did. Really? I think we'll see 8-9 changes on Monday.
Really, that amount?
That's what he's done in every cup game he's done since he took charge of Wolves. So is he going to change that now?
No.
I don't see what reason would change his way of thinking.
Saying that, Liverpool will probably do the same thing as well. They've got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, so they'll bring in Shaqiri and the likes of that, and Wolves will bring in Neves. So that's going to be a good game.
Yeah. Can't wait. Anyway, not to be tonight. It's Wolves 0, Palace 2 for all the post-match reaction. Make sure you log on to expressandStar.com.